Good Erev Shabbos, everyone, and a good chesayim, a good finale to the Tanis of Sarah B'Tevis. And we learned that this should be the last of Sarah B'Tevis, and Mashiach should come in Mehera. We are dedicated by the Fisher family, Linishmas Basi Bas Rabbi Shlomo ben Avram Alevi, Perel Bas Ruvain. Also, Lila Nishmas Avram Dov ben David, for the schus of Avram ben Yam Benish ben Malk Yudis and family, or for Shalem Fel Yomis Mechai Sarah. We learn, sponsored by Yol Klugman and family, and for the full Shalem of my Shvera, Vigdoraya ben Rivka, Meir ben Chai Sarah. They should have a full Shalem of B'Sech Shachar Yisrael. So when testifying that a woman's husband died, Ein Me'idin, you cannot give testimony elal. The 16th parak of Yevamos, Mishna Gimel. Again, Ein Me'idin, when giving testimony about a woman's husband that he died, we can't testify ela al parts of panim, except if there's the face, imachaitim, together with the nose. An identifying feature of the face is the nose, has to be a nose. Now, afal pishiyesh simonim begufa, even though they have simonim on the body, let's say that he has a mole on his neck, he has a birthmark on his foot, other people could have the same birthmark. And the same thing with a Caleb, even if he has a really, really unique simonim on his clothing, somebody else could have been using his clothing. Ein me'idin elad sheteitze nafshe. You could only testify if you saw that he was dead. That's not breathing. Vafilu ra'u meguyad, even if you saw him cut up, he was cut up by a sword, it could be cauterized. With Salav, even if you saw him hanging on a gallows, maybe somebody took him down. Or even if you saw that an animal was eating him, but maybe somebody stopped it before it got to a vital organ. We don't give testimony except if it's within 3 days of the death. After 3 days, the body is not recognizable. Rabbi Yehuda ben Bava says you can't say a rule 3 days. Like kol adam, not every person is the same, because if he's very heavy, he's going to decompose quicker. V'loy kol hamakim, not every place is the same, and certain places are very, very hot. V'loy kol hashoyish oven, and of course not the same season. If it's going to be in the summer, then it's going to decompose quicker. Mishna Dalet tells us, nafal amayim, if a person fell into the water, bein sheyesh lem seif, even if we see all the ends of the water. In other words, we're able to see all the beaches, all land all around, and bein she'ein lem seif. And of course, if we can't see the end of the water, ishte asura. And the chiddush is that even if we could see the shore on all four sides, and we waited there, we cannot assume that he died, because, as Gemara will say, people could live underwater for a while. They could manage to touch the surface with their mouth or their nose, and you won't see it. Amar Reb Meir, and Reb Meir brings proof. Somebody fell into a big well, and that's, of course, Ma'im Sheyesh Lem Seif. And he came up after 3 days. However, Rabbi Yosi says that's a Ma'aseh Nisim. We don't bring Raya from a Ma'aseh Nisim. Rabbi Yosi, Ma'aseh B'suma Sheyorad Litvol B'mara. There was an incident with a blind person that went down to be toivel in a cave. A cave is Ma'im Sheyesh Lem Seif. You see the end of the water. V'yored Moishchei Acharav, and his guide, who took him around, went after him. V'sho Kadei Sheteitzu Nafshem, and they both didn't come up, and they waited there the time for a person to die. V'siu Nishei Seim, and they allowed their wives to marry. So we don't say that the person could come up after 3 days. 3 days is a Ma'aseh Nisim. V'shuv Ma'aseh Ba'asya, there was an incident in Asia, Be'echad Sheshilshalu Aliyam. They lowered him down with a rope into the sea, and he was looking for something. And when they brought him up afterwards, and the only thing that came up was his foot. So that was Mayim Shein Lem Seif. You couldn't see the shore. Amru Chacham, the Chacham said, Minakuva Lamala, if the foot that came up was an above the knee amputation, then we have to assume he died in the water, and Tinase, the wife, could marry. Minakuva Lamata, but if it's from the knee and below, and since it's a Mayim Shein Lem Seif, he might have been able to swim to the distant shore, and you didn't see him come out of the water, and therefore, like Tinase, she is not allowed to get married.